Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
So initially when we first launched Fresh Jobs, it was straight after COVID, and Fresh really wanted to help the Adelaide community get back into the workforce after so many redundancies and changes. But now it seems the employers are the ones struggling to find the right workers for them.
So today we're joined by Paul Southgate from MyBudget to provide advice to employers about staff retention and how to keep staff motivated. Thanks so much for joining us, Paul. How are you going?
I'm really good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. So can you tell us a little bit about MyBudget and what your role is there?
So MyBudget is Australia's most trusted personal budgeting service. For over 20 years, our award-winning service has helped over 130,000 Australians achieve their financial goals. We are a team of passionate individuals who share the same purpose, and that is to help Australians live a life free from money worries. Our caring money management approach helps Australians make financial decisions they can rely upon for life, and I'm proud to work for the company and the fact that it's a true South Australian success story. My role at MyBudget, I'm the global talent lead, and I oversee the full recruitment and talent acquisition strategy for the business for Australia and our outsourced operations in Sri Lanka and the Philippines. And I recruit staff at all levels, from customer service all the way up to the niche technology skill set roles.
Geez,
Yeah,
so
wow.
you're like the gatekeeper for the jobs?
I am.
You
Yeah,
consider yourself
I am
like a Gandalf.
You shall not pass.
So you walk around the office with the staff. Is what we're wondering in a
I
cape.
can't pull off the beard, but I am the gatekeeper in some sense, yeah.
Fair. Okay, so Paul, why is hiring the most skilled person not always the right choice for your company?
Skill plays an important factor, but for me, when hiring, I think that mindset and motivation is everything. When it comes to skill versus will, I'm always looking for individuals that want to learn, grow and develop and display a caring nature that will transition into wanting to help our clients. I'm a great believer that finding caring individuals that are committed and consistently want to work hard creates compound-driven success. And we have seen people like this join us without a huge amount of qualifications and go on to be the highest performing employees. Once hired, we also offer the opportunity to study for officially recognised qualifications and have an in-house MyBudget university that helps our staff upskill in leadership, delivering world-class client experiences and much more.
Okay, so so skills aren't always the most important thing. It might just be more so your attitude, how you're willing to work hard. You know, that's what you're getting at there.
Absolutely, and it comes down to people working hard, giving them the purpose, and there's such a purpose within MyBudget and our mission to help the full Australian population and then reach out on a global basis to free themselves from money worries and give them that financial freedom. That purpose drives the engagement, which then helps people have that will to want to work hard.
Yeah, of course.
And upskill and learn. I'm really passionate and motivated myself in the fact that I can bring people into the business and help them open the doorway to have a long and fulfilling career within MyBudget.
Amazing.
Definitely. No, it's so interesting that you talk about that being more of an asset, the motivation and, being happy to work. Mm-hmm. And it brings us to our next question. Like, since COVID, quiet quitting is taking over in workplaces, so people have been less motivated and they're doing this. Can you tell us what quiet quitting is and how MyBudget is combating this issue?
Quiet quitting is a phenomenon that's really come about in the last 6 months. There's been a flood of articles on LinkedIn and TikTok videos. And essentially what it is people saying that they're only doing the bare minimum to get by and basically operate above the line of they don't want to get in trouble at work, but they're only going to do the bare minimum to get by. Mm-hmm. And actually that's all they're willing to give. For me personally, I feel like the world has gone through a very unsettled period the last 2 years. And with that, there's been people that have had to work from home permanently. There's been so much that's gone on. And I think people have felt unsettled. There was also something that took place last year called the Great Resignation. And there was a lot of talk around that I think 61% of people wanted to change their jobs, and now we seem to be moving into this new phase, which a lot of people are talking about, quiet quitting. For me, I think what's happened is that whether it's the company's fault or people need purpose, people need a mission in life, people need to feel that what they're doing is making a difference, and they can see that difference they're making for whatever it may be, but also outside of that for themselves and seeing that career progression. And I think quiet quitting really comes down to a fact that people aren't feeling motivated and driven by what they're doing.
So,
Yeah.
Paul, would you say like the working from home phenomenon that we've seen through COVID would have been something that's escalated this quiet quitting?
I think it's very hard to manage a culture of a business when your staff are permanently working from home. There's certain things you can do, and so if you look at me, I actually got stuck in the UK through the pandemic, and I for 18 months all of my meetings were via video, and it was only when I finally got to come back to Australia that I counted the amount of video calls, or did a rough estimation. I did 2,500 video meetings, and
Wow.
yeah,
Jeez.
it was a huge amount, and I got video meeting weary. And I think a lot of people are, whilst people want it in their lives in terms of that remote working, flexible working, have that element of it, I think human beings are tribal, and they need to be together as a group to really feel the mission and be driven to want to do great things.
Yeah, okay. So we wanted to know how MyBudget is going about combating quiet quitting.
So for us personally, it comes down to what can we offer our employees to help them feel motivated, engaged, and have that purpose. Number one, it's our mission. What we do, it's amazing. It's truly amazing. We help people. Really, we've had people come to us from all different walks of life that have been in real financial difficulty, and we've worked with them to a point where they've come to us stressed, worried, whatever it may be, and then within a few years they're then operating at a level where they feel they've got full financial freedom and they're achieving their goals. Now that's a great purpose. Outside of that, what we're really trying to do is build out a culture of learning, development and career progression opportunities. And we've seen people in our senior leadership team right now, and I think you've actually interviewed some of them, that have gone from the contact centre all the way up to the highest level in the business, and helping people to see that opportunity is available within the business is key for us.
So staff retention is very hard currently. What are some benefits employers can offer their employees to make the job more attractive and, I guess, to keep the staff around?
I think it comes down to remote working, flexible working isn't going away, and having that blend. People are calling it hybrid working now. Outside of that, learning and development opportunities, and making sure there's clear career pathways for all employees in the business so they can see where their futures can head in the business, and give them the opportunity to learn and develop, whether that's through officially recognised qualifications. We've also got an in-house MyBudget University, which we can support staff with specialised skills from MyBudget, and also wider future skills they might want to learn about leadership development, and the mentor program. So something else that's great within MyBudget is every year we run a mentor program where employees at all levels in the business are able to be mentored by a member of the executive team and the owners of the business. So Tammy makes herself available, and we've seen people once again achieve great things from getting that mentorship from the executives.
Thank you so much, Paul Southgate from MyBudget. MyBudget sounds like the place you want to work. Head over to www.mybudget.com.au/careers for more info. Thanks, Paul. You've been a legend.
All good.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to AuscastNetwork.com for details.